So, Rebecca, cynics, not me, but cynics will ask, did she actually write this?
Oh my God, this is my favourite story of the week by a country mile. Yeah, as you will have heard, the Duchess of York has penned her first bodice ripper. She's been signed up by Mills and Boons as a novelist. She's bringing out her first book, Her Heart for a Compass, in August next year. Now, she's quite open about it. She has worked with one of Mills and Boons's leading writers, but very much insists that the idea and the story development and a large part of the writing is hers. It's actually based on a distant ancestor, and I think there's a heavy dollop of her own life and love thrown in there. I mean, it's just going to be fascinating.
Oh my gosh, people will be poring over it to guess which bits are Fergie's life.
Yeah, and what a life she has lived, I have to say.
Now, have you read the book, Rebecca?
I haven't read the book. In fact, I've never read a Mills and Boons, I swear.
Oh, I don't believe you.
No, I haven't read the book, but in the Daily Mail this week, we did have an exclusive extract, and I have read that. And I from reading that, I suspect for aficionados of the genre, there are enough dashing heroes and, you know, tempestuous heroines to keep them all satisfied. I mean, joking aside, it was fascinating this week. Apparently, a Mills and Boons book is sold every 10 seconds in the UK. I mean, this is big business. I couldn't quite believe it. You know, it's a really successful industry, and, you know, Fergie has tapped into that.
Rebecca English there, and don't go anywhere, because at the end of the show, we're going to be having a very special look at an exclusive extract from that book. For now, let's get some more thoughts on it from Sarah and Richard. Coming to you first, Sarah, how many Mills and Boon books are on your shelf behind you there? Will you be adding to your collection?
Precisely none. I hate romance.
You hate them?
I hate romance novels. I suppose, I don't think I even ever really read the Jilly Cooper ones. I like sci-fi and horror and politics.
Well, maybe Fergie could write a sexy sci-fi. What do you make of all of this? I'm dying to know.
I mean, we absolutely certainly 100% know she hasn't written it, because all Mills and Boons are written on an algorithm, aren't they? I mean, you know, roughly, you know, he grabbed her heaving shoulders, you know, pushing her gently to the ground, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's all just click and go. I don't think it's, I mean, I know that if you are a ghostwriter for Mills and Boon, you make a lot of money, but that's because they sell a lot of books. No, it's not really my thing.
What about you, Richard? I will be mining it for clues as to how much of this mirrors Fergie's actual romantic romps. What do you think?
I'm actually really looking forward to reading it. I've never read a Mills and Boon novel, but now
I don't believe you.
Now must be.
But Richard, you're a Mills and Boon hero. You're out of one of those novels, surely.
From the extracts I've seen,
that's how we all see you in the office, anyway.
We've all had a good laugh, but the thing about Sarah Ferguson is she does have some great ideas. It was her idea to come up with making a film about the life of a young Queen Victoria, and that was turned into a terrific film, The Young Victoria, by Martin Scorsese, of all people, with a script written by Julian Fellows, who went on to make Downton Abbey. And then ITV created a whole series about Queen Victoria starring Jenna Coleman. So she does have some good ideas. So, you know, it might have a really good, fun plot, this book. But, you know, I've seen a few of her other books in the past, but they have more been sort of children's books, you know, Budgie the Helicopter and stuff. So yeah. I'm sure this will be a whole different level.
She's the thing about Sarah Ferguson is that she is irrepressible, isn't she? I sort of love her for that. She has so many ideas. And she did have that whole thing where she did a whole load of teas. Do you remember she did sort of kind of posh tea? She just has endless ideas for crazy businesses, and you know, this is obviously just another one of her many projects that she's got on the go.
Sarah is, you know, obviously she's very tight-knit family, her and the daughters and Andrew, but it's going to be quite awkward, isn't it, for either Beatrice or Eugenie to be reading or proofreading this?
It does seem that with Prince Andrew seemingly unable to do anything, you know, Fergie's really stepped into the breach and has about 2,000 projects on the go at the moment. We've seen Andrew in the background helping her with her charity projects before. You know, perhaps Andrew is also lending a hand with the book, coming up with some plot ideas.
Oh, that sounds very, very distasteful. Do you think, are we looking at the birth of the new Barbara Cartland here?
Well, who was Barbara Cartland was related, wasn't she, to, isn't she Richard, or have I just imagined that? Isn't she related in some way?
To Princess Diana, wasn't she?
By marriage, yes, wasn't
Yeah,
it? She was someone's wife or ex-wife or third wife or 15th wife or whatever those aristocrats get up to. Anyway, one of those. Yeah. So maybe, yes, maybe it could be a rich new scene for her to mine. We should probably read it first and see whether it's got legs.
I can't wait. Richard Eden and Sarah Vine there. Well, that's all we've got time for, sadly, but we wouldn't leave you hanging without just a little teasing extract from Sarah Ferguson's new book. So we've got just enough time for the Palace Confidential team to give you this very special reading of Her Heart for a Compass.
Montague House, London, Wednesday, July 19, 1865.
Oh, there you are. It's fast approaching midnight, my dear.
Lord Rufus Ponsonby, the Earl of Killen, was considered by most to be a presentable-looking man.
His angular jaw was invariably clean-shaven. His hair was perfectly coiffed. His tall, rather lean figure was always immaculately dressed. His aquiline profile was suitably haughty, as befitted an Earl of the realm.
Every aspect of him was austere, repressed, and calculated.
Lady Margaret Montague Douglas Scott took an involuntary step back as he loomed over her. I am all too aware of that.
Why are you skulking in the shadows? Perhaps you are fretting about your attire, he continued, answering his own question. Allow me to reassure you. Your gown is neither too simple nor too ornate for the occasion. All young ladies in their first season wear white.
Look at me, Margaret persisted. Don't you think I resemble a ghost at my own betrothal party? I am quite literally a spectre at the feast.
I think your tendency to be fanciful is coming to the fore.
His lordship, his attention on his watch, didn't notice the note of suppressed hysteria in her tone.
Lord Rufus checked his gold timepiece against the ballroom clock, frowning, checking again, making a minor adjustment, then checking it one last time, before snapping the case closed and returning it to his waistcoat pocket.
We had better join your parents for the announcement, he said. They will be getting anxious.
I think if anyone has a right to be anxious, she said, smiling through gritted teeth, it should be me. My life is about to change forever, after all.
Though he smiled in return, it was a token effort that failed to be reflected in his eyes.
We are on the brink of a new life together, Lady Margaret. I, for one, am eager to embrace it.